If you guys hear me have a sneezing fit, it's because I just finished having one. I might have another one. There you go. Hello, my dear.
Good evening.
Do you want to wait till a few more people come in, or
I can't even. Okay, yeah.
I
So,
don't think
how are you?
anybody's in here. I'm fine. Geez, long time no see.
I know. Seems like forever.
It does, really does.
And I just got home myself, so all the felines are um, vocal.
Hello, misbehaving.
Hey, misbehaving.
So I'm gonna allow you to say,
Hey, Melly.
Ellie, I'm gonna allow you to say what you need to say.
Hey,
Um,
monkey's mama.
Hi,
Okay.
Monkey's Mama. I'm gonna allow you to say what you need to say. I did a lot of talking this morning, and I stand by what I said this morning. Uh, um, for those of you that think that you're going to mass flag my channel or take it
Yes.
down, I don't believe that I bullied anybody or harassed anybody. I had something to say. I had an opinion,
Not you,
and
Amelia.
hi, Amelia, and I stand by everything that I said. So I'm going to throw it over to you, Samara.
Okay. No, Amelia, nobody thinks that about you.
No, 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 no.
No.
Not at all. Not at all.
You're an angel of the light. Not you at all.
But sometimes when something controversial is discussed, um, we had people in the chat today saying that we were like a mob mentality and
Lynch mob. Yep.
a lynch mob. Yeah, that was it,
Mm-hmm.
a lynch mob. And I don't believe that was the
Not you.
purpose.
Not
Mm.
you, Amelia. That this nothing. What we're going to talk
No, no, no,
about
no, 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 not
is
you,
you.
Amelia. This morning, things were said in the chat. I went back and watched the chat, and there's
Yeah.
things said in there that um, I really want to try and understand. So I guess, Samara, you had something to say about
I
something you
did
saw.
have something to say. I felt that this morning and yesterday it was pretty much an important topic that we were discussing, and it felt kind of derailed. I won't say by whom, but that's how it felt to me. That's how it looked. And then we were told that Carla should not um, keep the live from yesterday. She was told to private it or delete it, but to get rid of it, even though there were things on there that I think were important for the community to know about. So we discussed it. It was put on private for a while until this morning when it was taken back off. And again, no one's going to tell Carla what to do with her channel at all. And I think it's pretty messed up how things
Ems is
went.
right. It wasn't a lynch mob. It was a bunch of people who mainly had a similar opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And that's not a lynch mob.
No,
That's that's opinions, and we're allowed to have opinions, especially when something has been put out there.
you didn't derail it,
Um,
Gemma. It's not you. It's not you at all. No, you
oh no,
came
no,
up and
no,
you
no,
shared your
Gemma.
story. It was good that you came up and you, hey Serena, you came up and you shared with us why we think this is an important topic and why I believe the community should know about it, even if you didn't hear about it from a year ago and you're now hearing about it for the first time this go around. Yes, if people want to stay with that person and that person's wife, you can go right ahead and do that. That's who you want to support. That's your business. I choose not to. Carla chooses not to support that person. Misbehaving chooses not to support that person. So please don't come and give Carla a hard time about her channel and what she's going to do with her channel. Nobody was bullied over here and nobody was harassed over here. You can go play back the videos for yourself. And if you have a problem with it, you can come into the chat right now and say something because we're right here, right now.
Mm-hmm. Take a link.
Take a link.
I have an opinion. I have a strong opinion about that. And I think many people do. Very strong opinion. And I'm not
Thank you,
downplaying
Ellie.
it.
No, there was
I
no
was just
lynch mob.
watching that since I missed it live. I'm behind on YouTube. Yes,
Shit.
Richard, minimizing something as important as that is not good in my opinion. In my opinion. I'm stressing that, my opinion.
Yeah, that's what Misbehaving said. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I'm sorry that some feel it was a mob mentality. I personally think it's very important information that needs to be known. And I do too. Thank you, Sweet Wheat. Also, okay, Blue Ladybug.
And don't forget, Misbehaving told her story too. It wasn't all about that certain creator and her husband. It was about another story that we shared on here, and about how far reaching, how similar certain things are. And I'm sorry if you didn't like it and you didn't appreciate it, but
Hey, Lynn, Love and Light. It's good to see you too. I think you were all just discussing and addressing sensitive and disturbing material. It was important to have a panel about it, as painful as it was. You're right, Jason.
yes,
Thank
Jane.
you. That's, well, it's just kind of messed up when word is that Carla's channel should be reported for bullying and harassing yesterday. Please point out where somebody was bullied and harassed.
I don't believe I was bullying. I had a strong opinion about a certain subject and I voiced my opinion. And I think many people agreed with me. And if that's mob mentality and that's a lynch mob, then that's your opinion. And you have a right to that opinion. But I don't believe it was a lynch mob.
Right. And what Richard just said, exactly. And
What did he
Carla
say?
known. Trying to force acceptance of a sex offender in a public forum will not be tolerated by most. No. If those who want to be around that person, you can go over there. We're not going over there and harassing that person
No.
at all. Nobody's bullying
I
and
just
harassing
don't
that
want
person.
for me, I'm not going to support that
No.
person because of how it was downplayed and minimized. And, you know, I don't know. I just have
Yeah.
a really strong opinion about it. And maybe I shouldn't have.
What?
Well, I guess according to some people, I shouldn't have said anything. But I mean, other people have different opinions. I myself believe.
Hold on.
I would like to add that Carla's stream yesterday was informative and needed to be. They were misleading the community about how serious the crime was. That's all.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I don't think it was a lynch mob. It needed to be spoken about, in my opinion.
I don't.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think it was a lynch mob either. And I listened back to it. I did. I listened back to the whole
Hey, German
stream.
lady.
And
Yes.
today, I
And
don't
Sarah.
think today. Hi, German lady. I don't think today was a lynch mob either. And I was accused of this being just nothing but a lynch mob and all about. I listened to a little of your live today, and I think you did great.
Yeah, she did.
Speaking up.
Hey, Courtney.
Yes, I think people that didn't know about this, like myself, didn't know about this whole thing a year ago or whatever when it was brought to light. need to know about it and how it is minimized. This person sells herself as a life coach, and I don't know.
We are going to leave it up, Ems, because there's no way that Carla is going to get threatened to take it down.
No, I
It's not
put it up,
happening.
but I took the one from yesterday that I had on. To be honest with you, I was kind of intimidated, but I took it off private and I put it public, and then I left the one up today, and I'll leave this up too because we're really not doing anything wrong
Hey,
except
Margie.
informing people that in this community we don't want that around here.
No, I would think that the majority of us wouldn't want that around here. Maybe people have personal connections with that person and they see a different side or whatever. Um, I'm not comfortable with it. Carl is not comfortable with it. I do think everybody had a right to know. I don't think Richard did anything wrong at all. And again, I do point out where there's bullying and harassing.
Thank you, Ash. Yeah,
I don't want you to get.
no, I would, I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't listen to anything this afternoon, and I just think that saying it was a lynch mob is a little harsh. Um, Maybe you don't agree with my opinion, and I don't agree with yours, but calling this a lynch mob is wrong. And I think most people that I saw in my chat agreed with me. Hearing other SA survivors willing to tell their story is so brave. Don't let them shit on your life. No, I won't. And there was many people in there that have been through that, are survivors of that.
And I know not everybody was sharing their story. There's people who just aren't comfortable talking about it. I
Right.
didn't agree with. I'm so close to saying the person's name, but I will. I just didn't agree with what they were saying and minimize whatever that word is.
Right. Excusing
Just
it and saying it was a misunderstanding. I don't believe that's a misunderstanding. I'm sorry. I just don't. That's my opinion. I have a right to it.
it's too much of a
Thank
serious
you, Tamara.
subject.
Staying friends with Dee Dee means I support the actions of her husband. I'm beginning to feel I have to make a choice and end a friendship with Dee Dee, or I'll be looked at differently. Do you want to address that?
Oh, I would like to say that I felt that when you came up yesterday and today, that you kind of derailed things a little bit, Pink. I think telling Carla that she needed to either delete or put it on private because something about it being against YouTube terms of service. I looked into some things. There wasn't any bullying and harassing going on. If you want to remain friends with them, you can remain friends with them. We choose not to. That's our right, and that's your right to go stay over there. But it got around to us that her channel should be flagged for bullying and harassing.
Hi, Robbie. Yeah, it honestly, when I found out what
I don't
I
think
found
I'm
out,
misinterpreting anything. I really don't.
when I found out, oh,
Go ahead.
she wants a link.
So we can have repeat from why? Why do you want a link?
I promised Samara Pink that it would be, this was kind of her platform, so she makes the choice. She had things to say. She wanted to she had an opinion. She really didn't get a chance to say much.
Yeah.
It's up to you though, Samara.
I
I don't. I
That's
really.
unfair. First of all, I had no intentions on saying who it was at all. I wasn't planning on saying anything. You came into the chat and I addressed you. You have your opinion about how you feel about the situation. We did hear it today and we heard it yesterday. I'm glad you said ago it was because it makes everyone paranoid. I don't know what you mean. Yes, my opinion, and I'm just making a point. You have yours and we have ours. That's it. There wasn't anything to add.
This is.
Would you like it if this was your channel was kind of threatened to be flagged for bullying and harassing because of the subject matter or because of who it was that we were talking about? You okay? You all right? That wasn't nice. You didn't have to choke. So why
why
throw me under the bus? I didn't talk to anyone about this.
I don't think you threw her under the bus, or I did.
I don't really want it to be. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't say anything. Who told you I said that? Pink, you said it yesterday on the live.
No.
Yes.
Did she say that? I didn't.
No,
see
she said yesterday to put to hide it or delete it because of YouTube terms of service.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
And then we heard. Did somebody have a live stream today where it was mentioned about bullying and harassing, and the word the trigger warning?
Yes,
Trigger warning.
I think it was said that that's used too much, but to be honest with you, that's something that you need to put up there if you're talking on a sensitive subject that might trigger somebody. So that's why I put it up there. It's not clickbait. It's got nothing to do with clickbait. This is a hard subject for a lot of people. Sweet Wheat says Jeff. Talk about it.
I wish Jeff would come in here so he can explain what he meant by.
Yeah, someone told me I could lose my channel.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeff could come up here if he wanted to. I'm good, Sweet Wheat.
You did, Pink. You said Carla could lose her channel. And you know what? Here's my personal opinion. Here's what I think. I think what you came in here, the first thing you said is the reason why you didn't want this to be public. The topics are the topic yesterday and today. Because if you stay friends with them, you'll be judged. And you'll lose a friend if you won't if you stop being friends with them, you'll lose a friend. Exactly what you said when you first came in here. I highly doubt I can find it.
Um,
I'm looking for it.
Are you looking?
Okay, here it is. I don't think staying friends with Dee Dee means I support the actions of her husband. I'm beginning to feel I have to make a choice and end a friendship with Dee Dee, or I'll be looked at differently. That's why I do truly believe you didn't want these public, because you wouldn't be able to go freely into their room without somebody passing judgment on you. Am I right? Oh, am I right? Or am I wrong?
I have not passed judgment on anybody um,
Hey, Angie.
that has decided to remain friends with them. I myself have decided to distance myself from anything like that. Since YouTube doesn't mind that they're here and there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing I can do about it, um, except inform people.
And that's
And
all
that's
that
that's
happened.
all I did. I did not go about trying to ruin somebody's reputation of something that was put out there by herself. I mean, I'm finding all this out like, I
Hey, Carlos.
there's nothing wrong with informing people of exactly awareness is power. Thank you, Johnny's. I mean, I hope so. Hi, Angie. Um, I just want people to understand it wasn't about today was about a lot of things. Um it was about informing people about how what consequences these type of behaviors do, and um um Miss Behaven had a personal story to tell, and that's why she was up here and she was talking about it, and it's very fresh for her because it actually she had to go to court.
Oh
And
my goodness.
what's
Sorry, you
that?
can keep going. Can you give
And
Pink
she,
a link?
what's that? You
Could you
want
give
her to
Pink
have
a
a link?
link?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mute so you can.
No, I might as well sit on mute too. I'm just saying, could you give her a link? I don't need. Hey, Remy.
Well, you asked me to give her a link. So don't you dare leave me up here by myself. Hi, Remy.
Based on the
There's
way
somebody,
Illinois
Illinois
registry law.
registry.
Go ahead. Hey,
Oh,
Nikki.
don't buy for a second. A judge told him he didn't have to register. I have
Me
no
either.
idea.
But there's supposedly a piece of paper. If we don't believe it, we can always look at that piece of paper. Reporting or mass flagging was not
Anastasia.
mentioned on my stream today.
Oh, there's Jeff.
I know I just read his thing out. Okay.
Okay. You were just going back and listening. Um,
Yeah, because
you
I
can come
missed
up
it.
here. You can come up here if you want and explain to me what I did wrong. Um, what I did wrong
Mm-hmm.
by the whole trigger warning. Um, because I did
Hold
hear
on.
that people overuse the trigger warning thing. I hate to tell you this, but that's like required on here when you talk about certain sensitive subjects. And this was a sensitive subject. Is he coming up or?
I don't know. I was reading Hello Starlight's comment
Oh,
that
Okay, Starlight.
Not that one. It's up more. As if
Oh,
I can read your mind and I knew what one you were reading.
I know you were right. You were right.
Same here. It's been known for years, but I think it's very important to let those who don't know. And it came from Dee Dee and her husband's own mouths. No, we didn't get through the whole thing, Jeff. That's what
Okay, Oracle says according to Illinois law, if you have to register in another state and qualify as an offender, you also must register in Illinois.
See?
So thank you, Angie. Hi, Kimmy C.
And Carla listened to your stream this morning. Thank you. It did come from her, Remy.
Hi, Barnyard.
Just getting your pink. You are a kind lady. You do not have to explain your actions. Screw the people that do not understand if they're worth their salt as a friend. They know what kind of lady you are. Thank you for your input.
I never said you did anything wrong. I was recording my opinion on the overuse of the word. Okay. Well, we were just listening to it before we came live today, and I thought you were I thought you were referring to me because I used it 2 days in a row, and I was. Oh, thank you, Barnyard.
Yes, misbehaving.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Here.
In about 5 minutes, she said.
Oh, okay. Just tell me when. I mean,
8:30.
I guess, and I'm not, listen, I am not the moral compass, or I don't think I'm any better than anybody else, but I think that people should have known, like, instead of being like blindsided like I was 2 days ago.
Sucks that we have a common. We do. Oh, Pink, are you coming up? I got some cat boxes to clean. I got a date with some shitty litter.
Shitty litter. Why can't I get this up here?
Remy's coming up.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to drop the link.
I will. Gotcha. Hi, Texas girl. I'm sorry if this is really hard for some of you. It's been hard for me. It's been hard for a lot of people in my chat. My date with shitty litter. I think I like that.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm going to call it from now on. Shitty
Well, that's
litter.
what it is.
It is shitty litter.
I recommend OkaCat, OKOCAT. That's the best litter I've ever used. Just a sidebar.
What's
I
it
hope
called?
you're feeling OkaCat. I hope you're feeling good, Junice.
Yeah, me too.
Hi, Jane.
If you're going to use YouTube to ask for money, people have a right to know what they're donating to when it comes to such a sensitive subject, in my opinion.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, they do.
I think we're being stood up by Pink. I don't think she's coming. I think she's
upset.
Not you. It was probably me. Oh, it's OKOCAT.
Hi, misbehaving.
Hi.
Hola,
How are you?
señorita.
It's really a shame that
Yeah, I
people
like
are getting
spoiled
their
kitties.
knickers in a knot over talking about this. I don't want you've made it known. Richard's been trying to make it known for quite some time now. Um, I saw Hello Starlight's comment that it's been known for a long time. Honestly, it's the first time I heard about it last week. Was the first time I ever heard about this.
Mm.
It doesn't matter when people find out. What matters is that they do find out. However, there were some comments made in particularly the live stream today that personally didn't set well with me. And I'm more interested in talking about and supporting victims of SA, not to keep talking about a predator. The information's out there. I would like to just leave it at that and not keep talking about this guy. I think it's all getting twisted. I think what you did, Carla, was really important.
Did you read Starlight's comment? Because no, I didn't mean that negatively. I'm
No,
just
I know
saying.
I know she didn't mean it negatively. I'm just saying that wow, it's been out there for a long time, and
But they were just rumors. Now they were confirmed.
well, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
I mean, what matters is that if you found out time ago or you're finding out now, the important thing for me is that people are finding out. And what was really offensive to me today, and I'm just going to be honest, and if you don't like it, quite frankly, I don't care. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the person I'm going to be addressing. I mean, just use common sense. The judicial system is not going to put a 12-year-old boy in prison until he's the age of 18 years old, unless he did something pretty horrible. And then the excuse was, well, maybe he needed rehabilitation. You don't go into prison for rehabilitation for mental issues or whatever she was trying to say. That was one thing that really offended me. Because it's common sense. That's just not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, because his records are still, we will never know. And at this point, I don't even care. I don't care. The other thing was, and that's when I left your panel, when she was well, a 6-year-old can say no. If you were a survivor yourself, that's a statement that you should never, ever, ever make. These kids are groomed. These kids are threatened. These kids are scared. They're little children. They don't know how to process things like an adult would. I was super offended by that. And that's why I hopped down from your panel today. So I'm not going to go on and on about it, but there were, I just felt that that this person was giving more support to a predator and not being very sensitive to victims.
Mm-hmm. And just to clarify something, nobody on my panel said anybody should be put to death. Anybody should get the death penalty. I do believe, however, that child molesters can't be cured. That's my opinion. That's
Right.
my opinion.
And Kimmy C, you're absolutely right.
Hey, Charlie.
There is no rehabilitation in prison. If there was, then people wouldn't come out and reoffend. And certainly, juvenile detention center is nowhere for a child to receive treatment.
Mm-mm. I was 12 when my bio father did it to me for 6 years straight, and I'm a survivor, and God's been a child
Oh, bless
and
your
a
heart.
warrior.
Or
Goodness, Jonice.
Jonice. Yeah, I'm sorry. Wow.
Hi, Remy.
Hey, Remy.
Hey, hey, I didn't want to interrupt unlike usual, but
Hi, Remy.
hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks, hon.
Good. Well, can I just go for it like completely? Because
Go
I mean,
ahead.
people are saying like you're not going to be judged, blah blah blah. I'm going to judge the f out of this shit. So here we go. And I want this dude to look me in the face when I say it. Okay. So I will even turn my camera on. I don't care. You can make fun of my hair. I don't care. Freaking 9 o'clock at night. Anyways. So let me tell
She
you
means
something.
business.
Go, girl.
Yeah.
Dude, having autism, you're obviously very high functioning. Let's just put it what it is. What it is, what it is. You just are. You can speak eloquently. You can operate the internet. You can have a good conversation. I don't know anything about you, but that can't be used to deflect away from that whole situation. So, sorry, I have to put you down for a minute. But that doesn't have the right, that doesn't give you the right, you or your wife, the right to deflect away from this. Okay, fine, you were 12. 12. All right. First, it was a misunderstanding. Well, I'm pretty sure they don't punish someone for 6 years for just a misunderstanding. Okay, pumpkin?
Yeah, I agree. Totally. Doesn't make sense.
Right.
And then they must have thought he was because he was had to be on a registry after that. So they mustn't have thought that he was safe to be
He's in his
around.
mid to late 30s now. He still has 10 years left to be on a registry. I'm sorry.
And the other thing I wanted to say, because I gotta just get it, I've been on a like rant mentally about this all day. The speller. You know, it really sparked my interest when you said, because he was talking and then you kind of there was a lull in the conversation, so you started talking and you said, that's what they were saying, to let me talk and say what I want to say. Understandable. But yet there you are, basically instructing him what to say. I'm not trying to dive into your personal life, but I have known you for years. I mean, come on. We go back to the analyzer days, you know, cancer scamming, the fake suicide, bone marrow, blah, 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 blah. Let's go on, create a whole list, right? I asked you, how did you not know that she was a bad person? You were there for that. And you said something to the effect of, well, it didn't really bother or affect me. Serious right now? And then you sat there and said, today, well, he's not offending now. Guess what, lady? I don't give a shit if he offended 20,000 years ago. An offense is offense is offense. Get over it. This is your second husband.
There were 24 years in between his first imprisonment and his second imprisonment on the creep that I personally know. So it doesn't mean anything. And I'm sure there were some in there in between. That's my personal opinion. But it doesn't mean anything just because you're not currently offending.
You still did it. I don't care. Mm-hmm. I don't care. Just like they say, you know, somebody had brought up the example of animals. It is kind of known that killing animals can resort, you know, many killers have started with killing or maiming animals.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
For one, he ate them, right? So it baffled me that to hear her explain it away.
Kimmy C.
Remy,
well, I can't.
You just said Jeffrey Dahmer ate animals as if it's gross.
No, she said she ate them, and I was like,
no,
who?
Sorry.
I'm like, no, he didn't eat the animals, he ate the people. Is that him?
Okay, we're going sideways.
Anyways, but yeah, so you know something, Matthew, delusion dispeller, take the blinders off. Realize your autism has nothing to do with it. Your PTSD? I understand it. Trust me, I have it. I'm a domestic violence survivor. So grow some balls, accept responsibility, and deal with it. Oh, and by the way, it's not going real life if it's public information. Okay? Okay, we got that.
That apparently she's already put out there.
She did.
More than once.
She did, and I heard that somebody had given the information to another person, and that's how it got leaked out. But I don't know, I'm not them. I'm not in the conversation. I'm not in their private lives. Stay away from me, life coach, hula dancer, husband, person. I don't know.
Well,
But that's all I really want to say.
I encourage everyone to go to Richard's playlist.
Yeah, I
because
saw
he has
that.
a whole playlist on it, and it's very informative.
I'm loving this chat.
I
You're
know.
making fun of me.
I needed
Know
this.
it.
Thank you, y'all.
They always make fun of me. Asshole.
Well, it's you know what surprised me was how many people or how many women, and you said it this morning. 1 in 5 girls are sexually.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at a comment.
I guess
Yes,
I
1 in
shouldn't say
5
that.
1 in
But
5 females will
Be sexually
assault in
molested.
one form or another. The statistic that people reoffend is almost as high. So,
Sorry, I'm eating ice.
and unfortunately, I don't say things with regards to this unless I know what I'm talking about. And unfortunately, that's what got me so angry today is you cannot just start rambling off this stuff that there's no fact behind it. That's what made me so angry.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Starlight says
Starlight, what?
you got a shout out. Starlight said Remy got a shout out from Molly Golightly
Your
during
YouTube-
her rage stream a bit ago. She asked if a woman needed a Remy recap. You are yay, Miss Remy. Oh no, not that famous. No. But Ashley74 is right. If you do marry someone like that, then you have to answer to it too as well.
Well, and that's what I asked Richard today or yesterday. I don't know if it was yesterday or today. That she knew about his past. She did know his past. So it's her
Even
responsibility
before
to make
she
sure
met him in person, she
if
knew.
she's going to bring someone like that on
Mhm.
her stream in this community, it's her responsibility to let people know.
Hold
That's
on.
what
How
I
did
think.
she meet him?
on a
Online,
dating.
a dating thing or
I think
something.
that's how she met the first one.
Okay,
I
Jeff.
don't know. It seems
I
last thing I'll
misunderstood.
I'm sorry. The way I view it, in a way, I mean, this is your second husband that has this type of
Okay,
record.
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. By the way,
He can come up.
I think that she has a need to
Mhm.
want to try to fix, or be like mother hen to people that are not, and
Well, the
that's
dynamics
her
are
deal.
more like mother and son than it is like
Yeah.
wife anyway. So, and that's
Like-
my opinion. I
No, it's mine
nobody
kind
That's
of
how
too.
I see it too.
That's unfortunate, Richard. I mean, it boggles my mind how many people are willing to fall for so much stuff. But I guess I'm tainted. I don't know.
Anastasia asked, does she have kids and grandkids, right? I would imagine.
who,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, she does.
Lost a daughter because she allowed
That's
She
right.
had,
a
she
predator
had
for a child.
Yeah.
she had to, what was it? She had to, her daughter couldn't stay in the same house as,
No, that's usually not allowed.
No,
yeah, she
And
had
so
to,
she let her daughter go live with her father because she was in love.
Oh
yeah.
boy. I kind of remember that story. When my incident happened, I think the kid was like 9. I had to be like 6. It was like, oh, I'm going to play doctor with you. And I didn't know any better. Back then, things were different. Kids weren't automatically believed. Just like you, Carly, it's just not believed.
Mhm.
But she needs to get it through her head that you're going to face the negative as well. Get over it. You chose this path. And that's that. It's not autism. My
Well-
kid is severely autistic, cannot talk, nothing. Trust me. Your
Yeah,
man
the
is
line
fine.
is she put this information out. She
Mhm.
put it out.
So why is she crying about it?
Well, because
Because
there's
the
Because,
backlash.
because the way she put it
Oh,
out,
oh well.
the way she put it out was minimizing it. She didn't put it out, I guess, the way we put it out. And so minimizing it makes it more palatable to people. I guess he was 12 years old. He was molested when he was a child, none of which can
Oh,
be
come on.
corroborated because
Molestation is not a learned behavior.
exactly, Richard.
Yeah, Gemma, yeah, I'm aware of that. I was listening to you earlier.
And I'm reading what you're posting, Kimmy C. I'm paying attention to
Yep.
the chat.
Like it or not, if you tolerate these individuals and their ideals, then you're enabling their behavior, pretty much. And that's another thing. There are
And
enablers.
that's how I see it too. And okay, I have a question. Well, if Jeff comes up, I'll ask when he's up here. If you guys can just remind me.
I put the link in here. So he
Okay.
can come up if he
Well,
he
guys,
comes
I don't
up,
want to
I'll
take
ask.
up too much more of your time, so Jeff can come up, and I know he's probably got some more
Thank
important,
you,
better things to
Remy.
say. But
Thanks,
No,
Remy.
great
no,
talking
it
with all you
was.
guys.
I'm glad you came up.
Yeah, me
Plus, I'm
too.
damn exhausted. So I'll be in chat, and I think Carla, I think the streams have gone excellent. They're informative, they're concise,
Thank you.
they're coherent, and you listen,
We
everybody.
tried not to make it like about bullying anybody. We
It's
just
not
tried
fact.
to make it so that people know.
Yeah,
And
awareness
they
is not a bad thing. Oh,
and
that's what she
everybody can
said.
make up their own decisions. If that's who they want to support, that's who they want to support. I
Mhm.
choose
Em,
not to.
Ems had said something in the chat, something about it's good to know, and be aware of a sexual predator, basically. Let's just be honest. It's a predator.
He's going to come up in a few minutes.
Okay,
you're welcome,
but this
Kimmy.
is the last thing I was going to say.
Okay.
She said, oh, yeah, there's 2 living on my street. Like, lady, you are so, cool about it. But whatever. Alrighty, whatever. You just stay the hell away from me, you friggin' weirdo. But alrighty, guys, I'll talk to you later. I'll be in chat. Thank you again for allowing
Thank
me
you,
up
Remy.
live.
I appreciate you. I like Remy.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I do have.
So Jeff
don't-
is going to come up if you want to talk to.
Thank you, everyone in chat, for all your support.
Yes, that
appreciated.
that really.
Helps.
I'm glad that you really do understand what it was. It was not meant. It was. It was what the purpose of the stream was for. And also, I wish you would go back and listen to Miss Behaven's story about her neighbor and what it can do to the victims, because she's all about, and we should be all about the victims. And many of us have been victims. So, yeah.
And just before you said that, Carla, it's like I don't want to keep dragging this out and continually talk about this guy. I mean, you've done what you needed to do, and it's really important. But I don't think you should let anyone tell you what to put on your channel, how to run your channel, what should stay up and what shouldn't stay up, and what to talk about and what not to talk about. This is your channel.
Right.
And I think what you did was important, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Me too.
It's
Hey,
not an
Margie.
easy. Here's the thing. It's not an easy topic to talk about. It really isn't for anybody. It's very hard to talk about, and I know even privately it was hard for us to talk about that.
No, I don't want to hear that he's a victim and he's being targeted. You come to court with me, sir, and you sit down and you listen to the 3 impact statements that I had to listen to. It tore my heart out.
I wonder if he has to do anything like that.
I don't know.
Gemma, you can come up.
Who?
Gemma.
Yeah, Gemma can come up.
That's a really good question.
I just want it made perfectly clear. This wasn't about bullying someone or targeting someone. It
No,
was
it's
about making people aware,
Mhm.
and to stop having this downplayed and minimized, because I mean, for a lot of us on here who have children or grandchildren, it's very important to us.
Right. I could understand somebody coming up here to say that be the opposition or devil's advocate on a different subject, but not this one. And that's kind of what I felt was going on yesterday and today.
Well, Samara,
That's
why do
what-
you think Dee Dee is taking down videos and community posts? What's that all about?
I don't know. I just suspect that she's trying to hide certain things. Maybe they're not going to talk about it anymore. But for somebody who wasn't going to be on YouTube anymore, he was right back in the chat. That's part of what I wanted to ask.
Hey,
Jazz.
Carla. Hey, Samara. Hey,
Gemma.
Misbehaving.
Hi, I just wanted to say
Gemma.
to Nikki, yes, that's correct, Nikki, 3 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think your stream from yesterday morning was absolutely brilliant. I don't think you did anything wrong whatsoever, Carla, and I think it's sad that people want to say they're going to mass flag you, report you, make you delete it, take it off, private it, whatever.
I
I
might
think
have got that wrong. I mean, I might have.
it's absolutely ridiculous. And for me, on an autistic perspective, it's regardless if you're autistic or not, or you have mental health issues or otherwise, you do not use it as an excuse ever, period. It's when you come out and say things like, oh, I'm going to get away because I'm autistic, or I did it because I'm autistic. No, because you're making the whole autistic community look like complete mental people who are dangerous and predators. It's not the case. We're all different, and this guy clearly has other underlying issues that made him do what he did. It's nothing to do with his autism. He needs to stop using it as a way to make people feel sorry for him, because it's not going to work. He's going to make the whole autistic community look like we're dangerous, and we're not.
Well, worse is to excuse his behavior. Forget about the feeling sorry for him. It really is to excuse his behavior, because Bill did the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This happened to me, so that's why I did this. Well, you did it. Period. You did it. Just because, I mean, we've all gone through trauma in one way or another if you've survived to adulthood. It's not an excuse to do things that, especially to children.
See, and at the same time that we're saying all this, I wouldn't want anybody to go to that channel and, give them
The
a hard
best thing you
time.
can do is not go to the channel, not support the channel.
Yeah,
No support, no channel.
I
Right.
urge you not to go there.
I know, but I don't even know if we can just put out there that you don't go
Well,
and
I can talk for
You're
myself.
right, Tamara.
I'm not supporting the channel because I don't want to. I am allowed to have an opinion about that. I don't think it's good for my mental health. Everybody else can make up their.
I'm not telling anyone what to do. I will tell you what I would do, and I wouldn't entertain it in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And Nikki said that I was watching her stream tonight and her husband was actively chatting like nothing happened.
I thought he was leaving. He was
supposedly was.
That now he had to leave the internet. Less than 24 hours later, he's back. Huh.
I'll wait for Jeff to come up and then I'll ask. Because I honestly wanted no.
By the end of the day, Carla, Misbehaving, Samara, anyone else who was in the chat yesterday morning was bringing awareness, and they were sharing their experiences, and there was nothing wrong said. There was no judgment, no bullying, no harassment, nothing. I've known Carla over a year, and she's never done anything like bullying, harassment. Never. She wouldn't do that. She doesn't allow it. Period. In her chat, she makes that pretty much known. So for anyone who accuses her of bullying and harassment, it's absolute a joke. She doesn't do any of that, and she wouldn't.
Yeah,
Janice, you're so sweet.
I know.
She
And Kimmy
is my
C, my
community.
jaw hit the floor when I heard that.
Yeah.
Well, community.
And I don't know if you were listening today, but Richard explained the reason why they haven't consummated, which made my jaw hit the floor again.
I missed that part. I didn't hear that part.
Thank you, one community. Um,
Huh.
I just don't want to be known as a bully. I'm not going to tell anybody not to go to that channel. I'm going to say, make your own decisions.
Mhm.
You're informed, and you can make up your own mind. For me, it's a done deal. I've decided what I'm going to do, and that's all I have to say about it. And I'm not going to judge anybody else.
Dinner.
That's up to you. I just don't want, for me, I just don't want to be a party to that.
Yep.
Too many lives have been ruined by that kind of type of behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what I want to ask Jeff. I mean, this is a fair question, and I guess I could ask that. I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I know what I want to say, but I don't want to upset anybody.
I'm not
See,
sure what you're talking about, honey.
It doesn't, you know what? I get the thing that comes to me from her is that if she doesn't talk about it, it never happened. And I'm sorry, it did happen. And then minimizing it. Like
it is
that.
very strange, Lisa. Well, that's
If you minimize it, it just never happened.
I hear you, Serena. But we did get a lot of support coming in here this evening, which was really nice to see.
Yeah. And I'm glad people were listening because now they know for themselves. I'm not going to run around YouTube and say, oh, be careful of this one or be careful of that. No, I'm not.
Right, Carla. All you can do is put out the information. What people choose to do.
If they want to listen to it, it's up there. It's public. And that's all I have to say about it.
Hey, Kansas City Lights.
Everyone good. Making everyone besides Richard. That was
Yeah,
funny.
Kansas.
Actually, that was kind of funny.
You know or not know? If you don't know, I'll be happy to try and explain it as well as Richard did.
Who's that?
Kimmy C. No, the explanation.
Oh
Right.
yeah, I
Consummated.
Oh, okay.
I missed it too. I didn't hear what it was.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Wait, maybe Richard
I'm
should
not
type
going to
it.
say it exactly like Richard did, but in a nutshell, his man can't come to full salute. And the best he can do is give her a hug and a kiss on the forehead. I don't remember what Richard said, but in a nutshell, no pun intended.
I've never heard that term. Didn't come to
Oh my
full
God. Oh
In a
my
nutshell.
goodness.
We need to laugh, y'all.
I know, because it's been such a serious couple of days, you all. I mean, for those of you that are in here,
Oh my
this has
gosh.
been
I really didn't mean to make a pun there. It just happened.
believe it or not, this has been really heart-wrenching for all of us.
I know.
Hard. It's been a really hard subject.
I mean, wait a minute here, though. Oh God, I don't want to do a Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton. Okay. Aren't there other ways to consummate your marriage?
Does that count?
I don't know. I don't know, but they've been married for a couple of years, haven't they? Like,
Well,
Somebody asked.
let me ask Alexa.
I
I'll
was
be
just going to say, could you ask Alexa?
oh my, yeah, ask Alexa.
wow. Well, they don't call it sex for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's called oral. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what? I need to get off. Well, see, there I go again.
Oh my God.
I love you all.
I love you too.
Oh, bye.
I don't know if we have much. I mean, I don't know if Jeff is coming up or what. If,
No, I got cat boxes to clean.
so I think,
Kansas
yeah, we've been
City.
up here for an hour, and I think it's safe to say that at least everybody that I know that listens to my channel knows now that it's not just a rumor, it's the truth, and they can do what they want. I'm not telling you what to do. Oh, here's Richard. Hey, Richard.
You need some
Richard.
help explaining something?
Sure. Go ahead.
Well, if it's about that, I guess the perspective is, and also I came up to answer a question. They didn't get married when he was 18 because he was in juvenile detention and released. He was in jail because he was convicted for failure to register as a sex offender. So they got married immediately after his release, and years later there was a video that they did together, and he was detailing that he was unable to be intimate with his wife due to reasons and intimacy issues. So basically he's unable to be aroused. That's as simple and ungraphic as possible. That was pretty much it.
And Kimmy C
Um,
did a Google search. It's legal to consummate your marriage in some states.
Okay,
Um,
Jeff is up here, Samara.
Oh, okay. Hi, Jeff.
Hello,
I
how
wanted
are you?
to ask you. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I wanted to ask you. Okay. I don't even really know how to put this. It has to do with. I know that you like Dee Dee and her husband. Like you're friends with them. You like them. You would want to be in their chat.
I wouldn't say we're friends, but I have been in their chat, off and on throughout the year and a half I've been on YouTube.
Okay. Now that everything like this is out, even if it's like a second time or something, do you feel as if because this is out that you can't go in their chat without being judged?
That's a good question, and I struggle with that because of what things have come out. I knew the story, but I didn't at the time. I didn't think it was going to affect me being in their chat. Should it affect me being in their chat? I don't know.
Okay. And the other was, do you personally think that Dee Dee enables him?
I think where the mistake was made is that it was made public
Mhm.
by her herself, and then obviously this is the wrong platform if you're trying to smooth things over and keep things hush hush or secret. Or I think it was talked about, and then there wasn't consistency in their storyline with
Mhm.
it being divulged what happened, and then there wasn't a good consistent story. And then there was yeah, he was registered, he wasn't. There's accusations of the lying. That's just probably their own fault.
Okay, because I
Just
wouldn't Go ahead.
just discussing it and bringing it up. I think if you're going to talk about something, especially this controversial and this, painful for a lot of people, you have to do it the right way and you have to be consistent about it.
Okay. Thank you very much for answering my questions. I just don't want anyone to feel that they're being judged for being in their chat if they honestly enjoy going there. I wouldn't want, I mean, what people do with the information is up to them, and I'm not going to personally pass judgment on somebody because they choose to be over there.
I go
Just-
there mainly to listen. I sometimes will add in, but I'm not really involved in it. I mean, I listen to a lot of people. I lurk sometimes. I join in chat. I don't see it as supporting what he did. I don't see it as actively supporting. If it's looked that way, I would probably ask why it was okay a few months ago for other people to be in there. I'm not supporting. I don't support that kind of stuff. I've had that stuff happen to my family. So his actions, I mean, if he's going to be in the same community as me on YouTube, what
Mhm.
do I do? You know, if he's going to be in the same chat, do I leave? Does he leave? What would that's a tricky kind of step for me to take and think about, because if he's going to remain on YouTube and I feel uncomfortable, what happens? What action do I take? I guess is my question.
Now, your live that you had today, was that showing support for him?
No, I don't think it was. It was a very general topic. The word trigger warning had nothing to do with uh, specific streams. I have seen it about 15, 16 times on
Do you
recent
think
lives from all over.
do you think I bullied him?
No, I don't think anyone bullied him. When I was speaking about bullying for entertainment, I think I was speaking to him in chat when he was in chat, and then I think I crossed over without a good conversion over to what I was going back to being general. I wasn't specifically targeting or discussing any one person or any one channel.
Because I do think a few people think I was bullying him. I listened to a bit of a stream saying that people should stop because we're not going to be happy until he does something drastic to himself. And no, that's not my intention. I
No, I
don't.
didn't listen to all your whole stream, but what I did listen to, I didn't get that sense of bullying or
No.
wanting him to hurt himself or what else. No, I didn't get that.
Okay. Because
Matter of fact,
never,
go ahead.
I would never want to be responsible for someone else doing something to themselves. Although I do want people to know who that person is. So, forgive me if I'm wrong for that, but that's my opinion.
If you don't mind, I would like to say something about people that think that this person is being bullied, him and his wife. I would understand if they were living their lives talking about things that had nothing to do with this, and say, for example, myself pulled them out of obscurity and started in on them. The fact of the matter is, this is what they believe. They believe these things. They have stated these things. They stated them yesterday. So the whole notion that these people are being persecuted and hounded is not the case. This is something they actively believe in, express publicly. So that's all I'm saying. I don't think people should be attacked or judged per se for being associated in any type of way. But I mean, the cat's kind of out of the bag because they say these things openly. That's what they believe.
Yeah. You're right.
Right. And I came right out and said it themselves. So,
That's what I
um,
was going to say. If they came out and said it, like he answered the question and all, and then when everything started getting kind of hot or whatever, they were gone.
Right. Well, I mean, was I not supposed to ask that question? Like, how old were your victims? Like, I needed to know for myself. Sorry.
No, you didn't do
And I
anything
think
wrong.
in along those lines, I think the community needed to know. So, um, it is what it is. I don't think I was bullying him.
No, which I'm glad that we went live and talked about it.
Yeah, me too. And if you're gonna bring someone in this community, expect to be scrutinized, and especially if you've already brought it out into the open.
Yep. All right. Well, I got to do some kitty cat boxes.
Yeah, I gotta jump down too. It's been an hour.
Carla, can I just ask one question before you go?
Sure.
Did someone tell you that I was talking about mass flagging your channel?
No, I kind of draw my own conclusions, and I heard you talking about trigger warning, and I thought maybe it was directed at me. And no, I just jumped to the conclusion myself. So no, nobody told me that.
No, because I don't believe in that. I mean, if there's a legitimate reason to report a channel, that's fine. But
I did hear though there was a rumor that maybe that she should sue me or
Yeah.
sue me
For defamation.
For
Slander and defamation.
I haven't heard that personally. The word sue has been used a lot lately
Oh,
over
Amelia
in our little corner.
said in your chat, Jeff.
It was in my chat.
Yeah.
Do you know who said it? Did
Oh,
they say it or was it in
I
chat?
no clue. We
Amelia.
were listening to the audio of your chat.
And we didn't get that far before she went
Yeah.
live because we had,
Listening.
it was just being brought to our attention. And then,
I mean, if it's something they've brought up and people are discussing it, as long as they're not,
I
as
was
long as
just
they're
going
not
to,
telling
Oh,
lies.
sorry. Now that
that
makes
person
sense.
was that person was saying that we were a lynch mob in my chat
Yes.
this morning.
Now it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. I can believe that. Red Nolan or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Exactly.
very opinionated. He has his very strong opinions, and
Yeah.
no, I don't believe you should be sued. I mean, I don't understand why that would even pass muster unless you were totally disparaging the truth about what happened. If you're discussing it, that's one thing. They've
No, I had
discussed
an
it
opinion
publicly.
about it. And she's the
Yeah.
one who put it all out there. And they even on my stream the day before said it themselves. So I mean, I can't be sued for defamation of character for something that they admitted themselves. I
No.
didn't defame their character.
I
You
know.
know.
It was nothing of the sort.
Right.
No, I don't think that holds any merit, especially since they have brought it up. I mean, and I kind of cringe when they brought it up too, because I just knew that, it's, well, although they may see a benefit in it on YouTube, especially, it's not going to do much good.
Spoofer
You know.
says, Carla, my stream was not about you. It was about Pandora and Lou. Pandora is making up lies about what actually happened with Matt. Would you like
And
to do
loose.
that, Richard? I have no idea.
I didn't
Oh.
hear that stream, so I'm not really sure what
I don't know either.
Pandora is making up or not making up. All I know is that, as far as I'm concerned, the only thing that I pay attention to are the official records that I know that exist and the things that he said himself, which is third-degree sexual assault in Iowa. And I know that he's been arrested 3 times and convicted once for failure to register. And he's on the sex registry in Iowa and will be for a decade.
I mean, still, like for another decade from now?
Until 2031 at least, yes.
Pandora went live last night and lied about what Matt did to those kids. I have no idea.
See, that's the thing, is we don't know what happened to the kids. So
yeah, nobody knows.
it's speculation. We don't. It could be a lie. It couldn't be a lie. We don't know. There's no, unless he produces his juvenile record of what actually happened, we will never know.
His juvenile record cannot be pulled because he was a juvenile.
I don't know if, can you pull your own records? I mean,
I think you can probably.
Yeah.
So I'm like, unless he posts it himself, we're never gonna know.
Masked Beaver, but was that Pandora's opinion? That she feels he's lying about himself?
She
I mean,
claims he's lying about himself being sexually assaulted by his father. He could be.
and that his father, because his father didn't go to jail. That's not true. There was no Masked Beaver, were you there? He was playing doctor with the kids. This is what you're hearing from
Okay.
playing
so here
doctor
we
with
go.
the
Another story.
kids. They stuck him in juvie for 6 years, and he has to be on the registered list for 10 more years for playing doctor.
That sounds a little weird to me.
3rd degree implies more than doctor. Thank you, Oracle.
Wow.
If that's the most ridiculous thing I was so.
He was a middle school kid. Exactly.
3rd degree is the lesser offense of 1st, 2nd. I know.
According to the Iowa Code, you are guilty of 3rd-degree sexual assault if you committed a sex act against another person by force, the victim was incapable of giving consent, or there was a certain relationship between you and the victim. So basically, we don't know what he did, and we're taking his word for it. That doesn't mean that he raped someone, but that doesn't mean he didn't. We don't know.
And it was 2 kids. It wasn't one time.
Yep, 2.
Yeah. 2.
What's not true?
Imagine a middle schooler and a 3-year-old. Yeah, and I agree. That's why I said I can't support that. I mean, I'm in a 6-year-old. Exactly.
Without being graphic, there is a way to violate someone without raping them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing about a kid can't say, a kid can say no, just say no. I have a hard time with that one too.
A boy and a girl?
It was a boy and a girl, I believe. Oh my God. Oh.
I had to help some with some things. I answered your question. Thank you for having me up. Good night, Jeff.
Mouse Spoofer, well, they told me he peed in a park, so don't always believe what you hear. Didn't she say it was a misunderstanding or something like that, Richard?
I don't think she ever said it was a misunderstanding. It's that she throws out a lot of tidbits that are innocent. So, like 12 years old. He was 12 years old. It was a long time ago. He was a kid. He was a child. On and on and on. That was, like that. And then with the whole peeing in the park thing, how she'll mention that several times, and all of the weight of the actual crime is lost.
Spoof says, but you want to believe an effing cancer scammer
I
who's
want-
manipulating what happened, but making it sound true. I believe this was all put out there a year ago. according to.
I believe the law, and as far as I know, if let's cut to the chase here. If we're to believe that this individual was in prison for 6 years in his adolescence for touching, then he would have been charged with harassment. The Sex Act implies that something was done in that nature, not just he grazed up against someone, touched someone's thigh, that type of thing. There was a sex act performed. Bottom line, that's what the law states, period.
And Mask Spoofer, you're talking as if we all heard that stream that Pandora had. We didn't. So I don't
I
know what she said. I'm not giving her anything that she wants or credit for what you're saying she said because I didn't hear it. What Richard's coming from is from the law side of it.
She
This-
says this
this-
has everything to do with Pandora. I don't believe it does. I mean, that's just my opinion.
No, I think it's Mask Spoofer has a problem with Pandora.
She's the reason this is being brought up because she's mad at Dee Dee and wants to destroy her life.
That's not true.
Did
Go ahead.
did Pandora make Dee Dee and Matthew believe the way that they believe and say the things that they've said? If that's true, then I'm on board with that. But I don't really think Pandora has mind control powers. I could be wrong. Also, I'm referring to the laws and the things that they've admitted themselves about what he's done. I don't really see, unless Pandora went back in time and framed Matthew for that crime, Pandora is completely irrelevant to what's going on.
Amelia,
When it
Matthew
comes-
said the ages last night. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, it's all good. I'm just saying it's
Amelia
irrelevant.
says the only thing that is known for sure is that he did time, failure to register, sexual offender list, his charges, the degree, time served, his age, number of victims, real ages, not known.
I thought
Well, we
Matthew
know-
said he was 12 and they were 3 and
3
6.
and 6.
Yesterday. He said that.
Mhm.
And I do not believe Passenger 57 that Pandora orchestrated anything. Richard, didn't you say it was something that Dee Dee had come out and said something that was false against you in
It's
regards to?
Witch hunt. Please don't call it a witch hunt. I
See,
had no
that's-
idea this was even going to come up on my panel, to be honest with you.
All of this is irrelevant. The things that have nothing to do with the fact, the very simple fact is that he did what he did. We're not 100% sure what that is. The law states that some kind of penetration happened. That's what third-degree sexual assault entails. Whatever that is, that's what happened. This was not an innocent thing. It's a very big deal. They lie about it. They just lied about it yesterday. And that's what they believe. This is not, she made a mistake, he made a mistake, he misspoke. They believe this
Mhm.
actively. So this is not, oh, it's some beef. This has nothing to do with anything else other than what they say, believe, and the facts and the law. Doesn't matter what someone else on YouTube has to say about it.
Right.
I think biased opinions of certain people is what's in the way here of just listening to the facts. The fact that Passenger 57 and Mask Spoofer don't like Pandora and see it as going after someone. No. No, again, Richard, didn't something happen? Didn't Dee Dee misspoke or she said something about you lying in regards to that situation, this situation?
Yes, we did this go around last year when I initially brought this up. And at the time, Mass Boofer, I don't know if you remember this or not. I mean, you were around, but uh, Pandora and Dee Dee were not at odds. So, I mean, it just doesn't matter. This isn't about anything else other than what they've said themselves and what is true, not about
But
what
isn't
someone
it
else
just
says.
until recently that they stopped being friends? Pandora was still her friend up until recently.
They've been on and off, but it's absolutely irrelevant to what Dee Dee and Matthew say and believe and what actually happened in the past. I mean,
I
all
know, but
that.
she's using the excuse as the only reason this is coming up now is because they're fighting. And I don't believe that.
The only reason that this is coming up, it may have been the catalyst for this, but the reason why this is coming out is because they're saying exactly what they've said on your panel yesterday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do with a fight. That may have been the starting point, but that has nothing to do with this actual situation. It just opened the door to it.
Kansas,
What
you
I can say.
don't read it out loud. Just you're derailing the chat. This isn't about Richard for one. I don't know why he has it
No,
out for you.
it's not.
Well, Kansas, you know who I am. So I'm pretty certain that now that I've been on, YouTube for 2 years, that if I myself was a criminal, make a video about it.
Mask Groover, I'm telling you. Okay, then what was the reasoning for last year when this came up? And they were friends.
It came up because he did a live stream and said he will now be sharing Dee Dee's channel. Then his chat had questions about his crime. That's how it came up. And they have a right to question him about his crime. That's a felony. Although it's uncomfortable, it is uncomfortable to talk about. I'm not going to pretend I know anything about it. I know what he said on my channel the other day.
Connie, I just want to say when this first was talked about, doctor said the 15-year-old was seductive to her husband. Oh, wow.
What? Oh my God. Oh, is that the one that was raped?
Are you kidding me?
Because Dee Dee's daughter's friend was raped by her husband.
Yeah, and she's saying that the 15-year-old was seductive and came on to him. Is there an excuse
Oh
for
my
everything?
God.
My goodness gracious. That was her. We know. Well,
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
for the
but
record,
the
she's been
point
married. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
the point is that she's excusing those kind of behaviors. Go ahead.
Her first husband is innocent. He has nothing to do with any of this. She divorced him, married the second husband, who, as far as we know, was not a sex offender at the time of their marriage. However, raped a girl during a birthday party at their home and went to jail. She divorced him, then met her current husband now.
and on that note, we should probably go off.
Yeah.
I mean, this could keep going on
Yeah.
longer, but
I mean,
Pandora,
the
that man.
bottom line is make your own decisions. My decision is I'm not going to be supporting that channel.
Okay, this is what we're talking about. Mass Swiffer just said, you all just keep digging and digging. Someone is going to get hurt for this. This is why we went live tonight. Because of that comment right there is a big part of why we went live tonight. Talking about this is not going to get somebody hurt. And you shouldn't put that on somebody either.
Can you read Analyzer's comment?
Richard called out Dee Dee last year. Recently, Matthew was going live pretending like it was no big deal, and it really is.
Maybe she needs a life coach. Oh no.
Yeah, not talking about it could get someone hurt. That's a good way to look at it, Remy. You really shouldn't come in here and put that on us as if it's. Would you go into their chat and say that to him? That was messed up.
But on that note, I think I'm going to close down because I really have nothing left to say.
Okay.
I can be like bashed. I don't care for bringing this out in the open. But I'm not taking responsibility if he also said yesterday that he was going off YouTube for good, and he's he's in her chat tonight, so whatever.
Doesn't it still result to what his actions are, that however it ends? Isn't it because of his actions to begin with? Man, that was messed up to say. We can go off because I'm just getting upset.
Yeah, me too.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having
everyone
me.
for coming in. Thanks, Richard,
Yeah,
for
thanks,
coming
guys,
up.
for coming up.
It's messed up, Mass Swiffer, to keep blaming everybody else.
Yeah.
Who's dragging? Oh, maybe she's talking to Pandora, but still.
Yeah, she is.
Well, that's not right either to say. I
No.
mean, Pandora had nothing to do with Matthew's actions.
Matthew
Mm-mm.
has been live discussing this for a month, and he acted like he was the victim. He's been discussing what he's done. I have no idea. I didn't.
Yes, so if he started all this, he hadn't done it, we wouldn't be talking about it. Thank you.
I just know what he said on my panel. And it triggered a lot of people, and a lot of people were upset about it. And I'm sorry if that bothers him, but those lives are staying up, and it is what it is. Oh,
Thanks for having me.
okay.
Thank you for coming
Thanks
up.
for coming up, Richard.
Thanks, Kimmy
All
C.
right. Okay, I'm going.
All
Bye,
right.
Good- everybody. Have a good night.
Good
Thank you
night.
for coming in, and thanks for the support. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.